What is going on, guys? This is Jamie. I'm back. Sorry, I've been on a little hiatus. Things have been crazy. Of course, a lot of you guys know this is crazy busy time for all of us. So, been dealing with that. Me and my wife have been trying to move over the last couple months, but it's not panning out. So that's a whole nother thing in itself. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of give you guys a life update on kind of what's going on, what I've been trying to do. Excuse the shakiness here. I'm in my truck and I'm trying to find the best way to go about this. So, little business update. I have hired on 3 guys. So 2 part-time guys, 1 full-time guy. I'm in the process of hiring on another part-time guy because I'm working more in the field than I want to. So I want him to be able to handle that. And this guy actually has experience. He has good wit about him. I mean, I'm pretty excited about this hire. So hopefully all that works out. And of course, as many of you know, I've been working out of my 2-car garage. And it's getting kind of difficult with the car situation. Guys come over to the house, leaving their cars, everything in the garage and all that. So so I'm in talks with a local business for me to rent out a portion of their shop. It's like a 50 by 20, 20 by 50, whatever. And it should be plenty of room for us right now. I'll probably outgrow it, honestly, in the next 2 years. But this would be a good way for me to get everything out of my garage. It's amazing in the winter. They have heated flooring. It's heated. I don't have to worry about stuff freezing in my garage. And I know, a lot of guys are doing, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 and they don't have a shop yet. And that's totally awesome. But for me specifically, I'm kind of at my wit's end, trying to get that separation between personal life and business life. And there is no separation right now. So I really need that. And one of my guys specifically, all my hires are doing really well. I'm very excited. The 5-star reviews are coming in. Everybody's happy. A couple hiccups, but it's going to come with everybody. But when you go to hire, you really want to be looking out and see which ones, you can move up, which ones you can train to maybe you be your operations manager, maybe which ones you can train to be like your training guy. So that's what I'm kind of doing. And I have pretty good hope. Like I said, I'm paying my guys well above industry standard. I'm trying to set apart to give guys a livable wage. And I think it's working out. So the cool thing is with the shop situation is like, I'm going to train my lead tech right now to just kind of handle things, and I'm going to pay him more, but like, he'll be in charge of stocking the vans. He'll be in charge of, getting everything facilitated, reading the schedule, figuring out who's going where. And he'll probably be doing that while in the field for the next year or 2. But then eventually I'm going to make him, kind of the operations guy where he's not doing any labor involved tasks. Maybe he's answering the phones for me a little more. Maybe he's going out and checking and following up on estimates and doing all the other things. As I try to scale this thing. So we're doing fantastic. A little numbers update. Granted, to be completely transparent with you guys, my job with Tucker now is going just amazing. And a lot of you guys I'm talking to that are probably subscribed to my channel, they're like, I tell them whom I am and what I do, and they're like, "Are you from Michigan?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, I watch your channel. Thank you so much for." So I really appreciate you guys supporting me in the channel, even though, like I said, I've been a little on a hiatus over the last 30 days. But a lot of you guys are tapping into to the guys and the knowledge around you. And I think that's awesome. I'm here to help any kind you need. But numbers wise, it just made more sense for me to umbrella everything over my business. So as many of you know, or maybe you don't know, I am also a rep for Tucker USA, which is one of the leaders internationally in water fed and solar panel cleaning. And I am enjoying it and it's going awesome. But rather than make me another LLC or another entity, I've just umbrellaed it under my S Corp. So these numbers that I'm giving you I'll separate them a little bit, but that involves that too, okay? So I think right now, we started late March, April, and then May, I think we're about to approach 100,000, which is awesome. My goal last year was, or my revenue last year was about 155K. So we should definitely at least, I'm hoping to double that. I think probably we're averaging somewhere between probably 25 to 30K monthly on the revenue wise of the window cleaning. So it's right where we need to be. I raised my prices this year, so the guys are averaging between $1,000 to $1,300, and it's going pretty well. We're still trying to, I hate scheduling. My wife's gonna take that over, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Just I cannot stand it. My brain doesn't think like that. Like I can't do it effectively and efficiently. So she's gonna do that. So I'm looking forward to that. I should be moved into the new shop probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'll do a video on that and get, and show you kind of how I'm gonna handle that. That shop is only $1,000 a month, and people are like, oh, that's a lot of money. Well, kind of. So after talking to my accountant and everything, he said you can afford this amount, right? Which was like $12,500. And I don't know if he was basing it off of this year's numbers or last year's numbers. I don't really care, but I trust the guy with my life. So I was like, okay. So I had to find something manageable and workable that was in that $12,500 a year pathway, right? So I reached out to a local company that had a bunch of bays that they weren't using, and I was like, look, I know you guys are trying to release this out all together, but I know it's been sitting a while. Would you be willing to do one? And they were like, yes, this is how much we're looking for. And I said, okay, this thing's got a bathroom, got a sink, got plug-in, electricity, water, the whole thing, heated floors. So it's like top of the line, man. So I'm not paying utilities or anything. All of it's included. So $1,000 a month, gets me a spot where I can park 3 or 4 vans, all my stuff out of my garage. I am super stoked for it. And I mean, this year is just, we're making huge strides. So I'm really excited how everything is going. My wife and I have been looking for a new home over the last 7 or 8 months. We've had a couple that we were close on, just couldn't come to terms. We had one that actually we were going to be moving into. Turns out there were some issues with the neighbors that we could not we couldn't bring ourselves to get over that. It involves a specific list and all that. Anyway, so we couldn't move there. So we axed it. And honestly, I'm so anybody that's bought a house or multiple houses, like it's stressful. It's a lot of work, and we're kind of to that point where we're like, you know what, maybe we're just gonna stay, focus on the business, focus on building the business. My wife is done teaching in a couple days. She'll be done for good. We're gonna be homeschooling next year. I'm super excited about that. So everything's kind of coming together. And one big thing I'm fighting with right now, like I'm in this truck and it's outfitted right now to serve my guys, but like I need it too. It's also, the truck that I use to get around in. So I've really been fluttering with the idea of getting another van this year, but after talking with a couple guys that know way more than me, I'm like, you know what, let's just make this work. I'm gonna be paying the other van off this year, and then next year I'm gonna get everything out of this van and put it, or out of this truck and put it in the other van, the new van. So I have 2 vans out, and then every year after that, as long as the other vans are profitable, I will be buying a van a year. So so that's what I'm super stoked about. I'm flirting with Facebook ads right now. If you guys know a really good Facebook ads person that won't break the bank, let me know. I'm still not doing a ton of marketing right now, but I'm still booked out. Like I'm still booked out to like, I don't know, middle of July. So I'm still at like 6 to 7 weeks booked out, and I really don't want to be booked out more than 3 weeks. So and I'm still getting tons of estimates coming in, which is our busy time, right? Like we expect it. We'll see what happens in August to September. We always get that slowdown here in Michigan. So anybody in those northern states know what I'm talking about. So we'll see what that brings. But I wanted to just give everybody a life update, let you know I'm still on the map. I'm still doing my thing. It just is really hard to juggle everything, especially making videos. A lot of these videos you guys are going to see that I'm posting, I'm not going to edit them anymore. I'm just going to drop some knowledge if I can, experiences, stuff like this, incognito, like chilling out in my truck right now. And I wanted to just, give you guys a pretty decent update and where things are headed. Like I said, I've talked to a lot of you guys. I've gotten a lot of you guys set up with good systems and water fed options. And if anybody needs anything or they have any questions, feel free to hit me up, 269-769-8849. I'd be happy to get you set up with the system, answer any questions you may have about anything. Like I'm down to talk. And I may not get back right away because I've juggled 2 phones, but I will get back with you. Let's see, is there anything else going on, man? One thing I'm flirting with too is, the whole, the big thing right now in the industry is like plans, right? Like you want to do like maintenance plans and stuff and sign people up for that. And not sure I'm going to go that route. I think one of the other routes, I know my local fish does this, is they sign people up for the same time the following year. And I think I'm going to put out a poll via email to all my clients and say, look, I've had a lot of confusion thus far this year with people thinking I automatically, assign them to the same spot this year as they were last year. And I didn't because I never confirmed and all this. I may just start hey, I cleaned Chelsea's house today. Chelsea, I'll be there same time next year. Because guess what? I'm going to ask them in the email, like if they don't, it's going to be a lot easier for them to reach out to me if they don't want it rather than if they do want it. Because usually I ask, hey, if you want to schedule, let me know, like same time. Well, it's way more people that want to schedule that don't want to schedule. So in my eyes, I'm just going to start scheduling people and then go from there. Excuse me. Whoa. Okay. No edits. So you're going to hear that. So in my eyes, I know my local fish does it. They've been giving me work left and right because I don't know if they're having trouble hiring or kind of what's going on, but they stay booked out a while, year over year. So this is not the first year that they've been giving me work like they have, just sending people my way. Right. And that's a big part of networking. Okay. Cause there's so much glass to go around, guys. So, want to give you a quick update. I'll do an updated van tour and stuff like that. When I can get in my shop, I'll do a shop tour. One thing I want to leave you with today is just a little words of wisdom. We live in some crazy times right now, and I know the cost of everything is going up and everything, and people are just looking for the best deal. But I can't say this enough. Stick to your prices, stick to your guns, guys, because whatever your prices are going to be is going to be the type of clients you're going to try to get and retain. So, I've had a lot more no's this year, that I feel like, than last year from the get-go, because I have raised my prices, and I want those higher end clients that want me twice a year, 3 times a year, no matter what. They have the liquidity, they have the money to afford it, and they're not like, oh, well, maybe next year, maybe not next year. I'll let you know. Like, no, I want the clients that, yep, no, without a doubt, I want you here, set me up. I don't care when you put me in. Like, those are the clients you want. And your prices reflect that. If you're cheap, you're gonna get the cheap clients. If you're expensive, you're gonna get the higher end clients that are gonna retain you for the long haul. So, hold true. I know it's gonna be a struggle, especially the guys just starting. Your prices are gonna be a little low anyway, but the guys that are 2, 3, 4, 5 years into this, guys, stick to your guns, raise your prices. You want to shoot for that $100, $150 an hour rate. And I know when I first started, someone told me that. I thought they were absolutely nuts, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. So I'll try to keep doing little updates like this. I just did a bunch of estimates today. I'm not on the truck, guys, very often right now, and I love it. It's fantastic. I'm actually focusing on the marketing. I'm focusing on the sales, the estimates. I can actually answer calls when they come in. I have my own, my other Tucker gig, but it's really nice to just be able to go out. The guys are out there doing the work. I can focus on these big bids that are coming in. I can focus on the people, the follow-ups. I'm going to start doing like really big follow-ups, almost every call or every job. I want to make sure that everything is good and legit. And, our goal is 200 5-star reviews this year. I'm at like 173. I just got one today. So, and that's almost more than double of anybody in my area. So, guys, get those reviews. They're better than SEO. Stay updated on your posts, get on your socials, do everything you can to boost yourself organically. I'm almost, I think, to my organic limit. Maybe, we'll see. This year will be a big indicator if I need to really start dumping money into marketing. Next year I probably will. They say, I think, like 10% into marketing or 7%. I'd rather be more in the 5%. I think would be enough. I'm really gonna drop a comment down here, guys. Are you using Facebook ads? Do they work? I've seen so much back and forth on them, and I really think I want to give it a go. I started my business on Facebook. It used to work a lot better than it does now, with the algorithm changing and stuff like that. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. If you guys need anything, drop a comment. If you have any video ideas, drop a comment. Like I said, I'm sorry I've been out, but I'm gonna try and do some more. So hope you guys have a great week, great weekend. It's Thursday, feels like Wednesday. But yeah, hold true, guys. Have a great day.